Further, author and educator Pushkar Aurangabad said that it is not just the trap of corporate, but one must also need to consider what makes people get into these traps in the first place. There are means and ways in which this can be handled in better way, and as a society, one should be taking care of it. Compassion and the longing for spiritual wisdom need to be promoted in the society.
The incident is definitely very painful, and it also has to do a lot with the kind of aspirations that we have these days, and majority of which come from the compulsive obsession for owning a lot of things. And it's not just the trap of corporate, but we also need to consider what makes people get into those traps in the first place, where they get under a social pressure to buy necessary certain commodities and certain things, which pushes them to get into certain profiles and domains which have pressure in the first place. And then also the corporate ecosystem, which is again driven a lot by the tangibles of the industry, and all these things come together to create that pressure. It's definitely painful, but what I think is there are means and ways in which this can be handled in a better way, and as a society we should be taking care of it. So definitely it all depends on the corporate culture, and as everyone might be aware, every company has a very different culture. So it depends from company to company what kind of a culture each company is having. That defines how much pressure is getting executed in that particular organization. But beyond that, see, what I genuinely feel, there are two things that are needed to be promoted in the society today. The first thing is compassion, and the second thing is the longing for spiritual wisdom. Because spiritual wisdom and compassion is something which can possibly reduce the possibility of such incidences. The reason being, beyond the pressures and stress that people are facing in the corporate, it drills down to the compulsion and loneliness that people are facing, and the answers to which may lie in the compassion between the management also. And also, if people are inclined towards the spiritual wisdom and they are meditating and they have means to release that stress, definitely there can be certain solutions on this. But again, it's all about the intent to promote all these things in the corporate also, and we as a society.